it's important to know that whatever your first idea is might not end up being your last, and it certainly won't be the only. So I just knew she was the person to call because I had known that she had like a very entrepreneurial spirit, even from the time we were in college, just like always trying to start new businesses and thinking of new ideas. And like she also follows through on communication, and like knowing all those things was like really um, what drove me to call her specifically too.
Yeah. And I think what you just mentioned there is like so important. And I hope a lot of entrepreneurs hearing you both talk today understand that, because I think sometimes we get stuck on this idea and vision, and sometimes we don't know when to pivot because we're so focused on the outcome of this idea that we had. And once you start to do, I don't know how you all did your market research and so forth, and the looked at the pivot, but some people don't go into that deep to look at that or figure out why they need to
Yeah.
pivot, or what things, like what was that, like why is this important to you when you mention it, and either you or Madison can speak to it, like why was it so important to go through that process, and then what did you learn from the process when you realized, oh, we have to pivot to this because this is what
Sweet
client
spot.
bases, our sweet
Yeah.
spot is demanding from us.
Yeah, Simone's absolutely right. Our North Star never changed. We were very highly convicted about helping empower the next generation. And so even when we were like, wow, COVID literally kind of tore our business model up, we never thought about, oh, should we shut down? Da da da. We were like, no, there's a need that these young folks still have. How can we meet it with the technology we've already developed and with the anecdotes we've been able to get from customers on both sides of the marketplace? And I think that when we pivot, like it's scary in the sense that, hey, we might have to throw some stuff away to be able to get to this next direction. But I don't think Simone and I have ever looked at it as a weakness. And I think oftentimes people look at pivoting as a weakness. I think every time we've pivoted, it's sharpened us and gotten us in a way more advantageous situation. And it is something that when people say fail fast, what they're saying is not fail fast and then experience defeat and loss and grief and all this other stuff. They're talking about fail fast and pivot, fail fast and find the next solution. And
Mhm.
so I always embraced that kind of ideology. I think Simone and I going to Purdue University, which is a very rigorous academic uh, uh, track and program, also showed us that failing in one aspect does not make you a failure. And so our identity was never tied up in whether or not the initial idea was going to be successful. Our identity still isn't tied up if Clutch is going to be successful. But our passion and drive and what wakes us up every morning is tied up in, are we actually helping empower the people we're set out to empower? And if we're not, we need to get back on track.